Okay, good day to everyone. This video will be the first of many. So this video will just be like a startup getting to know Photoshop and more. So let's get started. So Photoshop is a designing software. We use it for logos, flyers, and a whole lot of other things. So first of all, before you start anything, you need a workspace. So with a workspace, you'd have to create your workspace. So in creating your workspace, you would have to click on the create new here. So you click on create new. Then you select your paper size. So every flyer has the size that you would want to use. So there are times you'll be designing for someone and the person will opt for, let's say, 9 by 10 inches. So with such designs, you would have to input it yourself, or yes, you have to input it yourself. So with the selection of your paper size, we have like Photoshop gives you the advantage of like choosing some presets that they've given to you. So when you come to photo here, you have like photo sizes that you can choose from. When you come to print, this is where you get the A4 sheet and all those things. We have the A4, the A6, the A5, the A3, the B5, B4, and all those. When you come to art and illustrations, it's the same thing. When you come to web, same thing. Mobile. So the mobile gives you presets of maybe phone. We have iPhone X, iPhone 6, 7, 8, 6. That's 8, 7, 6 plus iPhone 8, 6, 7. So these also gives you the presets of these phones. So let's say you are designing for an iPhone 5. This is where you select the size of iPhone 5 and you start your work. When you come to film and video, this, let's say you are designing a flyer that is going to cover an entire screen. So this is where you choose this. So we have different presets here. So you just go through and choose the one that best fits what you are working on. So personally, most of the designs I work on social media flyers. So with social media flyers, the dimensions that we use is mostly not. I won't say everyone uses it, but personally, I like to use 5 by 5 inches. That's what I like to use for most of my designs. So we have 5 by 5. We have the width of 5, the height of 5, and with the units, I choose inches. So there are designs you may be asked to use pixels, centimeters, meters, points, and pickers. So this specific design, I would like to go for inches. So this is just an overview of Photoshop. Then my resolution is set to 300. My inches this is set to pixels / inch. The color mode, I go with RGB. So with the color mode, some people use CMYK color for designs that will be printed with CB. So one thing about RGB colors is that with RGB, when you design a flyer or something using RGB color, when it's printed, it looks different. That's why people use CMYK. CMYK are natural colors, so it maintains the same color when it's printed. Yeah, so this I choose 8-bit background content. I choose white. So when all this is done, you press on create and your workspace is created for you. Perfectly done. So let's go over again. So this time around, I want to go for an A4 sheet. So you can click on file. You click on new here. Then we have A4 here. Let's select it up here. So with a print, we have A4. So when you select A4, you see that the dimensions here automatically changes. So we have the width of 210 and height of 297. Then with resolution selected 300, you click on create and your A4 design workspace is created. So these are toolbars. Yes, these are toolbars we use in designing. We have many toolbars and option bars. So when you come to Windows here, this shows you some windows that you can use for a design. So when you click on paragraph here, you see it opens a new paragraph window for you. With this said, if you want to close this, you just click here and it's closed. So in case you don't have your layers here or maybe your properties here, you just click on window here, then you click on layers and your layer window shows up, properties also shows up. So that's just a quick run through for this. So I'll be talking about some basic tools that we use in our everyday designs. So some basic tool we use is the move tool. This is the first tool here, the one that looks like a plus. Yes, this is the first tool that, or I won't say this is the first tool we're looking at, but this is a tool that we mostly use in our everyday designs. We use it in moving things around the screen and like all of that. Then what again? Let's talk about this. This is so these are all selection tools. 1, 2, 3. These are all selection tools. This is a rectangle used for selection. This is the polygonal lasso tool, also used for selection. So this allows you to freely select something on the screen or an image. Yes. So as time goes on, we'll be looking at when the need comes for us to use it. I'll elaborate more on that so that you get a clear understanding of it. So this is the quick selection tool. It's used for selecting things quickly. Yes, that's just the best explanation I can give to that. So with this, it gives you different options. We have the minus here, which is used to deselect. Then the plus here to add. Yes, you can see that to select. So this is the eraser tool. By default, this is how it looks like. This is the eraser tool used for cleaning stuff. That's the eraser tool. So let's say you've done something and you want to go back. You click on edit here, then undo eraser. Edit, undo eraser. Edit, undo eraser. So the shortcut key to this is Control Z. We have it here, undo, Control Z. So down here is the rectangle tool. So let's say with these selections, if you want to clear these selections, you press on select here, then you press on deselect and it deselects what you selected. So this is also a common tool that we use for most of our designs. This entails the rectangle tool, the rounded rectangle tool, the ellipse tool, the polygon tool, the line tool, and the custom shape tool. So rectangle tool is for drawing rectangles. So let's say you've drawn a rectangle. If you want to change the color, you just click on fill up here, then you change the color. Let's say if you want to apply a stroke to this, you click on the stroke here. So the stroke, you can see that it's turned up. So if you want to add a stroke to it, you just click on a color, then you increase the size here. As simple as that. So we have all the other shapes here. We have the rounded rectangle here. So with this, because we did the settings here, we have to undo to take the settings out. So if you want to take the stroke away, just click here and press here and it goes off. If you want to change the color, you come here and you change the color. So another way to change the color is to while your properties is selected, you just click on this color here and you just change the color. Or on the layer panel here, then we have this box here, this small square down here. You right click on the box here, then it opens the color picker for you, so you play around and choose any color of your choice. Yes, so you can play around with all the tools, and yes, that's as simple as that. Yeah, so quickly let's look at how to rotate our workspace. So if you want to rotate this workspace, so this is the orientation is portrait. So let's say if you want to change it to landscape, you click on image here, then image rotation. This is how to rotate an image. You just click on 90 degrees clockwise and it rotates your design for you. As simple as that. So after you are done and you want to save your work, you press on file, then you press on save as here. You select your file location, then you name it. So you can name this as my first work. Then the format, with the save as type, you can either save it in PSD or TIFF. Personally, I prefer to save it in TIFF because it gives me a preview of how my works look like. So in case I actually have a lot of works, so I prefer to save it in TIFF format so that I can see a preview of it. It looks just like an image. So I prefer to save it in TIFF format. So after you are done, you just press on save here. Then you press on OK here. OK. Then your file is saved. You can see here that my first work. That's it. So after this is done, you can, let's say you move something around or you play around with some things, you just click on file, then you press on save to save it. So with this format is done so that let's say you are done with the design and you need to make corrections or you need to come back to the design and work on some one or two things. This format allows you to come back to get the design and have all the layers here, but you don't send this to someone. Let's say you are done with your work and you want to send your work to someone, you have to save it as JPEG. That's the recognized format for sending images. So this isn't an image, this is just a file. So to save it as an image, you click on file here, then you click on save as. Then you change the save as type from TIFF to JPEG. So with this JPEG, we have JPG, JPEG and JPE. Then you press on save. So with this, by default, I think it's somewhere around here. You drag it here so that you get the full quality of your design. So after you are done, you click on OK and your work is saved as an image. Yes, so thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you'll be prepared and pushed to watch the next one. Have a great day.